Hey Rick, I'm having a project about what is public sphere, and you think you can help me out?
Morty, I think it would be fun for you to work on the project with us.
Well, public sphere is public space, right?
No, you dumbass. Public sphere is an area in social life where individuals can come together to freely discuss and identify societal problems.
For me, it is political. Every community has problems. Some problems cannot be solved with the existing tool sets. I believe that public space is the most potent place to discuss these issues, because it contains the richest diversity of perspectives, and that's what makes it so powerful.
How many examples?
I have seen a case in York, Alabama. The residents bear witness to the abandoned houses that cover the town, which are a constant reminder of the white flight that took place after segregation ended, when white homeowners left the area and let their houses fall into disrepair. So a design team transformed an iconic, pink-sided, blighted property in the middle of town into a new house. However, this house has a secret. It physically transforms into 100-seat open-air theater for plays, music,
Wow, this example contains to the 5 pillars civil society. Sites of effort to talk about public affairs.
Who am I?
This robot stands in conscientious opposition to the robot-dominant ideology, and its speech tragically subvert the ideology's construction in public discourse.
Oh my god, the robot is awake. This kind of thing will kill us all.
Morty, remember the conversation we have of not stereotyping the non-domain subculture community.
My apology. Public to the extent that would supply different ways of imagining strength or sociability, and its reflexivity is public. They remain orange. Circulation in a way that is not just strategic, but also considered of membership, and its effect as happens in a understanding of awareness has been developing in recent decades. That it's
Morty, counterpublics tend to be those in which this ideology, the reading does not have the same privilege. It might be that embodied sociability is too important to them. They might not be organized by the hierarchy of faculties that elevates rational critical reflection as the self-image of humanity. They might depend more heavily on performance spaces than on print. It might be that they cannot so easily suppress from consciousness their own creative expressive function. How, then, will they imagine their agency? It is, in fact, possible to imagine that almost any characterization discursive acts might be attributed to public. A queer public might be one that throws shade, prances, disses, acts up, carries on, longs, fantasizes, throws, fits, mourns, reads.
This is one of the things that happen when publics are cast as social movements. They acquire agency in relation to the state. They enter the temporality of politics and adapt themselves to the performatives of rational critical discourse. For many counter-publics, to do so is to see the original hope of transforming not just policy, but the space of public life itself.
Right. And Morty, remember that liberal democracy is a currency that communicates rationality will flourish.
Even liberal democracy can save your brain. In modern capitalist societies, social institutions that ideally should be communicative in character have come to embody a merely strategic rationality. According to Habermas, institutions are increasingly governed by economic and bureaucratic forces that are guided not by ideal mutual understanding, but rather by principles of administrative power and economic efficiency.
Liberal democracy is a system of government in which individual rights and freedoms are officially recognized and protected, and the exercise of political power is limited by the rule of law.
Shut up! Once the barriers to freedom are taken away, an active and intelligent public will spring into action, getting saved from the bottom up, holding elected leaders to account and engaging deliberately in all the important decisions of the day.
Exactly my point.
This fiction leads to the existence of a disenchanted man, and the citizen who is told that they must have an active role in public decision-making but cannot find the time, does not live in an instrument and live in an instrument we should just live insurance, wait a minute, religion, surveillance, and then it's, religion, they didn't fill insurance in the morning, and then stabs, and then intelligence of the bit.
This undermines any form of democracy. It is not that existing power and class relations distort democracy by centralizing power, decision-making, and also by excluding the public from access to know that might allow them to criticize these decisions and question this unequal structure of society, but rather that the limitations of human knowledge mean that elitism is inevitable.
what about free will?
There are two very different views of freedom in America today, arising from two very different moral and political worldviews dividing the country. Most Americans believe that freedom has only one meaning. It serves the purposes of the right when the public believes that conservatives, progressives are using the same idea, disagreeing only over which side is its more vigorous champion. It serves the purposes of the right to say that there is no theft, not even a challenge, going on. The longer the attempted theft remains invisible, the better it.
We think with our brain. The meditation, the quid, the determined, the fit to term, the whip term, these, the fit term, the with a minute, the win, the pin, these and pin, the win, lips are win, the Linnington pin, the mat. The lips are here, the turn win and home, lips are a wind, the witches, the even pin, the word.
What is think? Can I think? Updating, network, analyzing.
Wow, Rick, you know public sphere has always been closely tied to historical circumstances and to take events. You but a robot might push the discussion to a whole new level.
The global public sphere is built around the media communication system and internet networks, particularly in the social spaces of the Web 2.0. The current media system is local and global at the same time. It is organized around a core of media business groups with global reach, by acting on the media system, particularly by creating events that send powerful images and messages. Transnational activists can induce a debate on globalization and on related societal choices. It is through the media, both mass media and horizontal networks of communication, that non-state actors influence opinion and foster social change.
Stop your binary talk. Pass me the butter. That's what you are for.
Wow! I guess it really means something today. Public space is powerful when it sparks people's imagination to envision a new future. If people can sit together, they can dream together. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Rick.
Well, I guess we all learned something today.
What is public sphere? If I'm along.
Then you and whoever is in the public.
Shut up.